Welcome back to the channel, guys. One of the #1 comments I get on the channel is, what is that die grinder tool you're using? I use it for almost everything, and this is it right here. So this guy is a Snap-on. I'm going to give you the number, it's a model number, and all you got to do is Google it or check the link in the description. So that is CTPP761A. And that is a polisher sander. Now what makes this so cool and so unique is that for what it is, a lithium-ion powered tool, this thing has an insane amount of power and a lot of speed. This is not your standard little palm grinder sander, right? Polisher buffer, if you will. It does have a gearbox, a 2-speed gearbox. The low speed is somewhere around 3,000 RPMs. And the high speed is, are you ready for this? 15,000 RPMs. And she flat cooks, guys. So this is just like a regular die grinder, and it has the power to match. I mean, it's very, very powerful. So what I love about this is if I'm out at the blacksmith shop or I'm out on the back side of the property and I can't bring one of my favorite tools, being a body technician, obviously I can't bring my angle grinder and air compressor out to the middle of the field, and but I can bring this, you know, and this is a great tool, one I've loved to use. And the reason I purchased it is you guys have seen me carve with this, you've seen me, shape steel with it, and it really fits well because I'm very used to using a die grinder like this. And if you're not aware of this, grinding discs work great. They remove metal, and then they do it inexpensively. They do not, however, remove metal as fast as a flat pad like this. This is the fastest way to grind metal. There's nothing faster. And then you step over to a flap disc, which does a really good job of blending, and it's pretty quick. And then you step to a grinding disc, a hard edge grinding disc, and they're not as fast as this. This actually cuts the metal way quicker. That's not me saying that. That's every manufacturer that makes sandpaper. So my big ball door grinder, it's going to grind pretty quick, but it's not going to grind anywhere near as quick as a 2x72 belt grinder. That's going to eat metal, just chews it right up. And that's due to the fact that you're using sandpaper. And it just works better, it's more aggressive, and it's faster. Why I like the Blaze more than other products that are out there, all body shops try to save money and they use different materials. What I found is cheap sandpaper is just that. It's cheap. It's not good. It doesn't last as long, and you end up costing yourself more money. This pad, I can bend it, I can crack it right there, and it's not going to come apart. And also, it's not going to break loose. This material stays on here longer than any other that I've ever seen. And Norton's been in the business for a long time, and they know what's going on. This is not a sponsored video, but they know how to keep the ceramics on here better than anyone else, hands down. So a lot of you have heard of Scotch-Brite brand roll-lock discs, and this is Norton's Vortex, right? It's a speed lock right here. And I want you to notice how thick this pad is, right? So it's a little bit cheaper than a roll-lock 3M, but it's got more meat on it, and it also is a more firm disc. Now they make them softer and they make them in multiple grits, but this is a used one, and you can tell it's not falling apart. Like it'll last for a lot longer. These are really great for smoothing out metal, and they'll do a little bit of a polish, and they work really well with this particular setup. So if I need some pressure on the edges, right, like I'm going to be using the edges and I want pressure, I'll just take one of my cutoff discs, I'll throw it on the back of here, and those are like the little small cutoff discs, and it adds a backing pad on this, and it works really good and holds it firm. I don't have one to show you because I'm out. I need to order some more, but if you want it smooth and you want it to contour to whatever you're working on, then just leave it like this, and that gives you two different options with one tool, and you never have to change this, and you've got one with a backer and one without. So there it is, guys, the little Snap-on die grinder. I really like it. It's really handy to have, and hopefully this answers a lot of you guys' questions. Probably got like 1,000 comments on this one tool, and I'm glad I could finally take a little bit of time and show you. So if you want one, go get one. This is fantastic. It is definitely one of my favorite tools. It is not for everybody. It's not cheap at all. It's expensive. You can do what this tool does with a lot of other tools, but this tool in my hands would be like a hammer in a carpenter's hands. Being a body tech, the die grinder, it's a go-to for us, so this thing works great, and it's extremely portable, very powerful for what it is, and I love it. Love it to death. Alright guys, hope that helps. Thanks a lot, and don't forget to subscribe on the way out for awesome restorations. We got the shop build coming up, and a bunch of YouTubers are coming to help out, and a bunch of other guys as well. That's going to be really cool, and some special announcements are on the way. Alright, thanks. Take it easy, subscribe, and have a nice day.